Congratulations, Danny. You must be absolutely delighted with the 3 points. Overall, the performance was okay, wasn't it, as well?
It was okay, wasn't it? I mean, there was a real frustrating second half, wasn't it, performance-wise? Let's not beat around the bush with that. And at 1-1, Harry makes a fantastic save, and it could have been a real disappointing evening, couldn't it, if we come here and lost? So, you have to rely on certain individuals sometimes to get you out of trouble. Harry did that at 1-1, and then probably the best bit of play of the game in front of our home fans. What a way to win the game! Like I said to you before, there's lots of boxes yet to be ticked with our performances, but one thing we can't take away is us being top of the league after 3 games.
Exactly. I mean, that's a 100% record as well. I mean, that's the thing you're delighted with. But they always say, don't they, that the good sides have to work hard to get the 3 points, and that's exactly what the side did.
Yeah, and I think we didn't, and I'm sure our supporters didn't underestimate Oxford in terms of a part-time team come up here, AstroTurf pitch, and they'll beat a lot of teams here, and they had a right go. So it wasn't just to come up here and just walk all over them. We knew that wasn't going to be the case. We would have liked a lot of things to be better and cleaner in the second half, so to speak. But like I always say, these last couple of games, if you're not ticking every box, then you win. And just find a way to win. And that bit of play towards the end, which led to Griggy's goal, was our way to win. Within that, you had Griggy Grimesy, heading one at the back post when the lads about to score from corners. Harry making good saves, people tracking back. There's been mistakes. There's things that the manager and us as staff need to improve as the season goes on, which they will. But it's another win. I think you look at other results in the league, everyone's beating everyone. We've got to make sure we're one of the ones that doesn't get beaten.
What made the manager switch up the formation to start with, and the side in particular? Was it mainly the 3G pitch, or is it the fact that it's 3 games in 7 days?
No, neither really. I think we looked at Oxford and thought that we could probably hurt them in wide areas, and with a 4-3-3, the sort of aim is to get the ball to Berry and to Colclough and leave them 1-for-1. And fair play to Oxford. I thought they defended them 2 lads really well. I thought they really put their bodies on the line. They stood up, they didn't dive in, and they made it hard for Ryan and James to get past them. So that was the plan with that. As it shifted on time, we went back to the 4-2-3-1. And I think whatever formation you played, it was turning into a really frustrating evening, wasn't it? And when frustration comes, you're looking at your players and your more experienced players to go and save the day, like that mosquito. And Griggy did that, in that final bit with the last kick of normal time. You don't want anyone else in that position, do you, to put the ball away? So yeah, in terms of formation, things change all the time. That was the aim from the start. Like little Dobbs today, he's never reacted well to AstroTurf, and it's a good chance. We're bringing in these flair players, these good players. There's no point having them in the building if you're not going to play them. So I thought he did well today. James, what a great corner for the goal. Coco did some great bits. I think to a man, they tried their hardest. Was there frustration throughout the game? Definitely. But fair play to the supporters, they stuck with us, and I think they got us over the line by sucking that ball in the goal right in the last minute.
And yeah, Will Grigg, I was mentioned that he starved a little bit of service, but he did work hard. But when placed with an opportunity, and is unmarked, that's Oxford switching off at that particular point. He's crucial at that particular area, isn't he?
Yeah, and you hit the nail on the head there with the other comment about he did some real old school target man work today. And the problem with the concept of playing the 4-3-3 with the 2 wider players, which when it doesn't go to them and it might go down the middle even if it's by accident, Griggy's very isolated, and I think he got us out of trouble a lot of times with those because he held the ball up and he didn't allow the centre half just to come and head it and give up the ghost on it. He's getting a lot of balls up to his neck and his head, and he done the target man role really well. We know that's not his game. So fair play to Will. And when you are a centre forward that has that type of game where you're getting kicked and pushed and pinched and headbutted, to be the hero is what you fully deserve, and he did that tonight, in my opinion.
A couple of first appearances for Jeff King and Darren Oldacre today. They've had to sort of wait hard to try and get into the side, and at left back as well for Jeff toward the end.
Yeah, it's hard. Hindsight's great about subs and who should do this and that, but obviously with Bailey being injured, you're hoping the fullback doesn't get injured or sort of feel the need to come off. Brown just felt run out of a bit of steam. Jeff's done it before as wing back. It's been a wing back left side. I think Wrexham a few years ago, so he can do it. It's obviously not natural for him, but sometimes you just have to plug holes and get you over the line. Every game can't go to plan, and he come on, he done well. And special mention to DJ as well. Come on, great little pass through for the goal. And those things sometimes don't come off. I think we've got to look at it as their goal. We've made a mistake at the back and a miscontrol. I haven't watched it back. And I think we just at the minute we've got a few too many gaps when we lose the ball. But they'll get plugged. That'll get sorted. That'll get eradicated. Players will sort it out. It's easy for me to have these interviews and say it's all right. It's all going to be all right when you keep winning. If we lost 3 games, then people don't really want to hear that. But the boys are working ever so hard to eradicate any mistakes we make defensively and offensively. But in the meantime, let's enjoy those 3 points.
I'm guessing if you're still making mistakes, you can still work on them on the training ground. If you weren't, there'd be nothing to work on and never really be made redundant, wouldn't they?
Yeah, and I think the way we want to play and the manager is renowned for is that really attractive passing football and attacking football, which gets everyone off their seat. It's really good to watch. But with that, sometimes there's going to be a little slip. There's going to be an openness to your play, and it's about players just reacting sometimes a bit quicker to fill the gaps that have been left by others. And it's not lack of effort; it's just a bit of nous, a bit of streetwise mentality. To think actually, I might have to pull his shirt here if he's in, and things like that will come. But those sort of things will come hopefully when we're top of the league, hopefully in a few months, and ticking a lot more boxes. But in the meantime, the boys are doing ever so well. They're coming to places like Fylde and Oxford, two good teams, and getting results. And Oldham Saturday, regardless of their result tonight, will certainly be a tough game Saturday. Full house, and can we make it 12 points out of 12?
Obviously, I'll touch on the injured players. Obviously, Dobber was left out because it's a 3G pitch, but no Asante or Rowe. Or how's Bailey Clements getting on as well?
Yeah, Bailey's all right. It'll still be a couple of weeks. It was a shame really with his injury. He was all that pre-season getting fit, and then does that injury. I think Dobbs more than the pit. I think Dobbs has still played a lot of football. He had a few injuries last year, and it's just a case of managing him. Manager knows him better than anyone, so he knows how to deal with that. Obviously, Kwasi and Rowe is still sort of getting up to speed, and it's one of them where will they be a part of our squad going forward? Probably not. But they're still in the building.
Would that be a loan issue probably for those two?
I think that's between the manager and the players. They've always been good lads around the place, contribute a lot. But I think you've seen from our squad and the players, and most importantly our league position, we're doing all right.